Hello everyone and welcome back to another math video. Today we're going to be talking about graphing, so similar to the problem that you see up on the screen here. Just a reminder, this is the normal version. If you want the speedrun version where we go through it pretty quickly, I'll link that in the description below. Okay, so here is a graph. And there's some stuff going on here. If you want to pause the video and just take about 15 or 20 seconds to look at it, and there's some things that you might notice. Okay, so take 15 or 20 seconds and just think about it. Okay, now that you've thought about it and looked at it, some things that you might have noticed. Okay, first off, there are some letters on this graph. There are numbers, obviously, but there are some letters. Okay, there's an X here, and then there's a Y up here. And this is what we call the X axis, and this is what we call the Y axis. Okay? Y-axis. So, another thing that you might have noticed, okay, let's look at the x-axis for a second, right? That's this long line here. You might have noticed that as we go to the right, we get positive numbers. And as we go to the left, we get negative numbers, okay? And for the y-axis, as we go, so that's our green line here, as we go up, we're getting positive numbers. And as we go down, we're getting negative numbers. Okay, those are going to be important here. And you might have noticed, okay, 0 is the center. So now let's see how this works. So on the left and right here, all I've done is I put what we just talked about. The x, as we go left, we get negative numbers. As we go right, we go positive. And the y, as we go down, right, we get negative numbers. As we go up, we get positive numbers. So I just put that there to remind us. Okay, so now, here we have, it says graph the point 6, -2 on the coordinate plane. The coordinate plane is just this. Okay, it's just the fancy word for a graph. And these numbers are just directions. Okay, they're giving us directions on the coordinate plane, on the graph. So our numbers are 6 and -2. All right, let's start with this first number is always the x, and the second number is always the y. Okay, think of alphabetical order. X comes before y. So first number is the x, second number is the y, and remember we said there's an x and a y on our graph, so that's got to be important. And it is important because this 6 is the x number, and we just said, this is a positive 6. We just said a second ago, if it's positive, we're going to the right. Okay, that's important. Now let's do our -2 here. -2 is the y coordinate. It's the second number. It's negative, so we're going to go down. So our directions here, right? We said this is just directions. Our directions are to go 6 to the right and then go 2 down. So let's see how this works on the graph. We always start from the middle here, from 0. And we said we're going to go 6 right, so 6 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put a dot so we don't lose our place. And then it says we go 2 down. So from the dot that we just made, we continue here, 1, 2. And this is our final destination, our final location. We have made it, okay? And normally when you graph, you don't include these connecting lines. The only thing that we're going to have here is the dot at the end, okay, where we end up. So we went 6 to the right and down 2. All right, here's our cool clock for today, which means that it's time for you to practice what you just learned. Go ahead and pause the video and try these 2 problems on your own. And when you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. Okay, for the first problem, you should have gone 10 right and 3 up, so you would have ended up right here. And for the second problem, you should have gone 8 left and down 2, ended up right here. Now for this problem, what do you notice that's different about our numbers that were given? So hopefully what we notice is there's a zero for the x. Okay, so 0. Well, that's not positive, and it's not negative. Okay, it's not positive or negative. So 0 just means don't go anywhere. Kind of just means stop. Okay, so the 0 means stop. Then the 3, okay, that's positive 3. We know how to deal with that. That means up. So we are not going to go left or right here. Okay, we're going to stay right in the middle, and then we're going to go 3 up. 1, 2, 3. And this is our final location. Okay, so the 0 means I don't go left or right, but I am going to go up 3. All right, time to practice. Go ahead and pause the video and try these 2 problems on your own. And when you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. Okay, for the first problem, 0, -2 means don't go left or right, but then you go down 2, so you end up here. And for the second problem, you should have gone 5 left, and then 0 means stop right there. So here is your graph. Okay, what do you notice that's different about this problem? Well, we've got decimals, okay? So the good news is we still follow these same rules. It's negative, so we're going to go left. And it's also positive 3.5, so we're going to go up. So we are going left, negative 0.5, and up 3.5. So we start from 0. Negative 0.5 is between -1 and 0. So here's our -1 line. So we're going to go halfway in between. And then we need to go up 3.5. So up 1, up 2, up 3.5 is right in the middle. And so remember that we don't include our connecting lines. And so our dot is just here, sort of in the middle of the box, but that is correct for the decimals. All right, time to practice. Go ahead and pause the video. Try these last 2 problems on your own. When you're ready, unpause, and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. Okay, for the first problem, should have gone 4 right and 4.5 up, so you end up here. And for the second problem, should have gone left, -1.5, and up 3.5, so you end up right here. All right, that's it for today. I hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.